me about Bob. What sort of guy was he?
He was brilliant. He was just great, really charismatic, really lovely. I sometimes think of him as my little Buddha, and he was a big guy, 6'2", but he was so wise. He really, when sometimes you hear people say they come into your life for a reason or a season or something, which is a bit, but when I look back on it, I think he really came into my life for a reason. He helped me see things about myself that I certainly couldn't see about myself, and things that I didn't want to see about myself often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were the lessons? I remember 14 years ago when we discussed Bob, you spoke about the lessons that he taught you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there were so many at his little celebration of life. I read them all, but the ones that really stick with me were whatever choice you make is the right one. So you imagine just like how calming that is when you're there and go, oh, I don't know, should I do this? Should I do this? And I can think of that. And Bob would say, hey, Beck, whatever choice you make is the right one. And it's like a breath of fresh air connects,
Yeah. I remember you saying something about that he lived very much in the present. You lived a lot more in the future.
Yeah, so true. He taught me
Yeah.
so much about not making assumptions. I remember often I would say, yeah, but if that had done, then that's going to happen. But he'd be like, whoa, almost like, who do you think you are? You know the future, do you? And I wanted to say, well, yes, I sort of know that if this happened, this will happen. And he really called me on that. And it has really helped me hugely in not going down a path in which I have no idea what's going to happen. And so I'm very, 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 very grateful for him that to me.
It's a little bit like he did come along to prepare you.
Yeah, no, I know. Well, here's another thing he said. So imagine I'm a single mum. I've got these two teenage girls, a 15-year-old, a 13-year-old. Rachel, who's had now a brain tumor, right, for the last 2 years and all that. And my younger daughter had a really difficult time through her teenage years. And I was just plowing through, and I was so strong, and I was just, And this man came to me to make me vulnerable because I couldn't let myself be vulnerable because I had to be so strong to get through life. And I remember one day going to work, probably in a bit of a huffy rush kind of a thing. And he said to me, Beck, to be constantly strong is a weakness. I won't tell you what I wanted to say in that moment, but it wasn't good.
Tell me what you did.
Tell them you know what. But man, I say that to other people. And now we're talking, it's been 20 years this year that Bob died. And I still say that. I say it to my daughter, my living daughter, when she's trying to hold it all together and so much with her. And I just recently, I said, Bob would say, and of course she loved Bob, right? So it carries a whole different meaning because it's come from Bob. To be constantly strong is a weakness. And I just thought that was so insightful, so wise.